Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rediving into one of the most epic and foundational stories ever told, the Book of Exodus. This isn't just an ancient text. It's a dramatic saga of oppression, liberation, and the birth of a nation. It has shaped cultures, inspired movements, and continues to resonate with millions around the world. So, grab your virtual walking stick, because we're about to journey back in time. Our story begins in Egypt, where the descendants of Jacob, the Israelites, have grown from a small family into a massive population. But their numbers make the new pharaoh nervous. Fearing a potential uprising, he enslaves them, forcing them into brutal labor, building cities for his empire. The oppression becomes so severe that he issues a horrifying decree. Every newborn Israelite boy must be thrown into the Nile River. It's a truly dark and desperate time. But in the midst of this cruelty, a glimmer of hope appears in a basket floating down that very same river. A baby boy, saved by his mother's desperate act, is found and adopted by Pharaoh's own daughter. She names him Moses. He grows up in the luxury of the Egyptian palace, a prince of Egypt, but he is an Israelite by birth. This dual identity sets the stage for one of history's greatest conflicts of conscience. As a young man, Moses witnesses the suffering of his people firsthand. In a moment of rage, he kills an Egyptian taskmaster who was beating an Israelite. Realizing his life is in danger, he flees Egypt and escapes into the wilderness of Midian. There, he becomes a humble shepherd, marries a woman named Zipporah, and starts a new life, seemingly leaving his past behind. He spends 40 years in exile, a prince turned fugitive, a man seemingly forgotten by destiny. But destiny has a way of finding you. One day, while tending his flock on Mount Horeb, Moses sees something extraordinary, a bush burning with fire, but not being consumed. From this burning bush, God speaks to him, revealing his plan. He tells Moses that he has heard the cries of his people in Egypt and has chosen Moses to be their deliverer. His mission: to go back to Pharaoh and demand, "Let my people go." Moses is full of doubt, questioning his ability to undertake such a monumental task. But God assures him he won't be alone. Armed with a divine mission and his brother Aaron as his spokesman, Moses returns to Egypt. He confronts the most powerful man on earth, Pharaoh, and delivers God's command, but Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuses, and even increases the Israelites' workload. This sets the stage for a divine showdown. In response to Pharaoh's defiance, God unleashes a series of 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt. The Nile turns to blood, swarms of frogs and locusts cover the land, and darkness falls for 3 days. Each plague is a direct challenge to the gods of Egypt and a demonstration of God's power. The final plague is the most terrible of all, the death of every firstborn son in Egypt. The Israelites, however, are given specific instructions. They are to sacrifice a lamb and mark their doorposts with its blood. When the angel of death passes over Egypt, it will pass over the houses marked with blood, sparing the Israelite firstborns. This event, known as the Passover, becomes a permanent memorial, a festival to be celebrated by all future generations. Finally broken by this last plague, Pharaoh relents and tells the Israelites to leave. They depart, in a hurry, a vast multitude of people, finally free after 400 years of bondage. But their journey is far from over. As they reach the edge of the Red Sea, they look back and see Pharaoh's army in hot pursuit. His change of heart having been short-lived, trapped between the sea and the chariots, their newfound freedom seems doomed. But what happens next is one of the most famous miracles ever recorded. God commands Moses to stretch out his staff over the water, and a strong east wind parts the Red Sea, creating a path of dry land. The Israelites walk through on a seabed, with walls of water on either side. Once they are safely across, the Egyptian army charges in after them. Moses stretches out his staff again, and the waters crash back down, drowning Pharaoh's entire army. The Israelites are truly, finally, free. Their song of praise on the other side is a powerful testament to their miraculous deliverance. The Book of Exodus then follows the Israelites into the Sinai wilderness. Here, their journey of faith truly begins. At Mount Sinai, God gives them the 10 Commandments and the rest of the law, forming a covenant with them. They are to be his chosen people, a holy nation. This is where they received the blueprints for the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary where God's presence would dwell among them. The book ends with the construction of this tabernacle, a symbol that even in the vast and unforgiving desert, God was with them. From slavery to freedom, from a mob of people to a covenanted nation, the book of Exodus is a powerful story of redemption, faith, and the enduring power of hope against all odds. Lays the groundwork for so much of what follows in the Bible and continues to inspire people to seek freedom from their own Egypts. Thanks so much for joining me on this incredible journey through Exodus. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Let me know in the comments what part of Exodus stands out to you the most. Until next time, stay curious.